In the Arctic Circle. Out of the Arctic Circle. In the Arctic Circle. Out of the Arctic Circle. In. Out. In. Out.
Yeah, welcome to Talks.
So this is my first time driving on ice and my first time driving on the right side of the road. So,
And in the dark.
And in the dark. And when I say on ice, I mean it's pretty damn icy there. But to be fair, it's actually a lot easier than I thought so far. I've got these little train tracks to stay in. And it's freaking beautiful country to admire. What are we on?
Yeah, turning to the right.
Hey, we're going to slow way the hell down without braking too much. We had a near miss at the next stop sign, just a few kilometers from here. We had just turned off the motorway and into an 80-kilometer zone. My wife calmly asked, "Do you see the stop sign?" I started braking. There was literally no traction. Literally nothing. Several ideas flashed through my head in seconds. Run the stop sign. Can't, there's a car there. Slow more. Can't. Brake's not working. Why brake's not working? Curse word, curse word, curse word. Turn. Lane check. Clear. Okay, do that. It was almost pretty bad, but I will say I'm fairly proud of my reactions. I think it comes from riding a bike, where my motto is, drive like everybody is trying to kill you. So this is our glass igloo. We have the aurora alarm on, which means if the aurora happens, that alarm goes off like a foghorn. Now you can't really see this very well. I'll show you again in the morning. But you got four little beds here. All the lights point down, so as not to make too much light pollution for the rest. And you can look up at the stars, and God willing, the aurora. We got really lucky that night and saw the aurora from our glass igloo. The camera doesn't pick it up at all through the glass dome. So, just laying there, hand on my baby, we lay there, half awake, half asleep, watching this green fire light up the night sky. A moment later it cleared. Okay, I make it sound all romantic-like, but please remember, we did have both of our mothers laying in the bed just opposite. So, this is where we spent the night last night. Behind me you can see our glass igloo. And I gotta say, the place is kind of magical. You get these alarms that go off every time the aurora comes overhead. And we got pretty lucky. We saw a couple of them when we first arrived, just very faint. And then another few when we were out at the restaurant. And then as we've come back to our glass igloo and we're just laying there, the alarm went off. And sure enough, just laying in bed, you know, half asleep, half awake, watching the night sky, and the display she was putting on for us. Like I've always said, that God has the best paintbrush, and I tell you what, if you don't believe in magic, come here. Our next stop was Rovaniemi, where we rented an Airbnb a few kilometres from Santa's village. The footage you are watching was sent to us by the owner's son, who was such a nice person. When I told them that I was making this video but had not managed to get good footage, he happily took this for me. When we arrived, we got the full tour. The place has everything, complete with Christmas tree and gifts for Lisa and myself. Oh, they picked the perfect gift for me, by the way. It's a large 3-bedroom house. There's a room for children off one of the bedrooms, with what I consider one of the most important things, 2 bathrooms. They had firewood set up for us near the fireplace. Oh, that reminds me, Ari, your smoke detector works. Thank you, I tested it. Toboggans and a hill close by where you can play. The most amazing thing, a Finnish sauna. Guys, thank you so much for letting us stay in your beautiful house. It really was one of the things that made this trip so special for us. The link where you can contact Ari and family is down below. I cannot recommend this place enough. And we've got snowmen! And yes, it is bloody cold. For now. Our next stop was back to the ice hotel, where we indulged in their ice sauna. This is an entire sauna made out of ice. We also tried out their outdoor jacuzzi and Finnish sauna. Oh hey, pro tip, if you come to Rovaniemi, rent a car. We must have saved more than €1,000 by having it. Each time you do anything here, you need transport to and from the location, even to locations that you can get into for free, like Santa's village, for example. Prices tend to be about $40 per person for a tour, or in a taxi or an Uber, you're paying about $2 per kilometre if you can get one. So a car just works out so much better. So we've just been in the ice sauna. I'm coming back in without the ice going, just so you can get a bit of a feel of it. Basically, you open up this hot rocks thing here, pour the water in, steam comes up and fills this whole 20 chamber. And you've got room for, I don't know, 4 people sitting in here. As you can see, I'm fully clothed now because we've just finished. Get it? We've just finished. Little exit pathway. Better to go out backwards. How cool is that? Around here. And hey, stick around to the end of the video to watch me swim in the Baltic Sea. This is an outdoor jacuzzi here. We've just had the one upstairs. As you can see, you're in the hot water overlooking this. You'll hear me say it over and over again. This place is magical. Staying in the glass igloos to watch the aurora has been on my bucket list since I first heard of it back around 2002. Almost 20 years, I'd imagine. So to be here and to tick this off has been a dream come true. And it was worth it. This place is magical. I'm so grateful for this experience and the people I got to share it with.
Reindeer are friends, not food.
This is the Ice Hotel. This is one of the places we almost stayed, and it's pretty damn amazing. Each room is sculpted in some form of theme. Here we have polar bears. It's a whole thing. Just go with it. Polar bears. So this would have to have been ours. Here we've got room for, I don't know, 4 to 6 people depending on. And everything you see around you, everything not moving, you see around you is sculpted in ice. And then at a certain time of night, they obviously lock us loiterers out. And yeah, you go to sleep in the ice. Here you can see a number of different rooms, each with their own themes. Each year, artists bid for the right to be selected to carve their artwork into the walls of the hotel rooms. We stopped here for some shots in the bar, where you are encouraged to throw your ice glass at the wall when you're done, then make your way through to the restaurant for a dinner unlike any other. Basically, everything inside this hotel is made of ice. Your table, your seats, even some of your plates. At one point, we asked the waitress for some butter for some bread, and she laughingly said, "I'm so sorry, we don't serve it here. We find it doesn't melt enough to spread onto the bread." So, we're back here at the Ice Hotel, and we are in the Ice Restaurant. That's right, this is an entire restaurant made of freaking ice. Look at this. Look, all of these carvings. All of this exquisite artwork. I'll flick a photo in of that because you really don't sort of just see how cool it is. G'day. Sorry. No, you do you. How amazing is this? Like all of these are ice sculptures carved out of the ice. Like some mad Sita. Looks like some Amanita muscara mushrooms. It was awesome. Next stop, Santa's Village. Boom, baby. Santa's Village. Like on the other end.
Hi.
Hello!
Hi.
Hello!
Hi.
On the other side of the frickin' world. It's about minus a lot right now, and I'm not wearing gloves, which I'm gonna say is a bit of fun. We have one of those, whatever that is. Sun's just sort of starting to come up over the horizon. It's probably pretty close to midday. Let's see if I can't get a nice little stay at all these little apartments over here. Sleds. As I say, it's about midday. The sun is just starting to come up. I'll try and show you around as much as possible. And this place is freaking amazing. Just met Santa Claus. There is unfortunately no photos or cameras allowed in there, which I can kind of understand. We got our photo taken. I'll put them up in a second. here at Santa Claus's village. Not sure what we're doing next. I think I want to go try and find a Husky ride, because puppies! And just thought I'd show you guys, like, just everything is kind of beautiful. You know, these beautiful lights that they've lit up here. Like, everything's covered in snow. Because, like, we're in the freaking Arctic Circle. Beautiful lights up here on this, whatever that is. The temperature at the moment is a blissful -10. I've discovered I love the cold. I think I'm much more comfortable in the cold than the hot. I love these things, I do. Like how far away from everything you are. Moscow's pretty close at 1,300 kilometers. Singapore, 9,000. New York, 6,200. Silly hat and all, we are standing in front of Santa's post office. This is where all the letters that get sent to Santa get delivered. Apparently they deal with almost 500,000 of these per year, or more. And here you can go in and actually send yourself or your loved ones, kids or whatever, actual letters from Santa. So you go in, put their name and address down, and next year they'll send you a genuine letter from Santa, which is what we're going to do for some friends now. And here we are, about to walk in to the Arctic Circle again. And in the Arctic Circle, out of the Arctic Circle, in the Arctic Circle, out of the Arctic Circle, in, out, in, out. Because why wouldn't you? Like, I really do think if I try to explain to my 16-year-old me, dude, you'll be in the Arctic Circle in a few years' time, I don't know if they'd believe me. Nah, I would have always been an adventurous. But, you know, it's kind of wild. This is my life. This is amazing. I am so grateful for where I am, for the people I've got with me. I can't even express it. This is, I mean, seriously. Look where the hell we are. Like, come on. I mean, come on.
Next stop, puppies. Hey gang, if you've made it this far, go ahead and gently smash that like button. And while you're at it, just beside it, hit that subscribe. Do it for the puppies. This was so one of the highlights of our trip to Finland. After much waiting, watching, anticipation, it was our turn. I want to let people know, book in advance. We almost missed out. The day before we planned to do this, we spent a massive amount of time phoning, emailing, and driving around to different locations to see if anyone had any availability or cancellations. In the end, we managed to get into the Husky Park at Santa's village by turning up maybe 45 minutes before the place opened, and there was already a queue there. We got one of the last spots available, but oh my god, it was so worth it.
Oh my god.
What?
They're big.
Of course they are.
Okay, I can't see much.
Ja oikein!
Se ei hyviä tekee kautta.
Awesome. No, you're right, Bob.
You are taking video on left side?
Yep.
Okay.
Trying to at least.
Oh my god, can you see puppy?
Yep. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool.
As you can hear by the laughter, this was wild fun, but it was cold, so make sure you come prepared for that, and make sure you book in advance. Next stop, reindeers.
Video. Backyard will be perfect.
This was a total change of pace from the Huskies. It was quite relaxed and calm, and very, very worth doing. Kind of romantic as well. We kind of got the impression that the Huskies loved what they did. They wanted to run. They had such a relationship with their trainers, whereas the deer, it just sort of felt like they were there because they were getting fed. They almost seemed bored when they were walking us around. But I tell you, it was still amazing, still worth doing. This wrapped up our stay in Lapland Rovaniemi. From here it was back to Helsinki for an overnight stay, where I had been eagerly anticipating doing a polar plunge at one of the saunas into the Baltic Sea.
And I told her that she's the nicest person we met.
I saw. Oompa, oompa, oompa. Do, 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 do. Oh, such a little plane out there. 3, 2, 1, but look at that.
Just want to stop and take a second here to talk about the business class of Finnair between Rovaniemi and Helsinki, because we almost used a bunch of points to upgrade this. It was only when we stopped and had a look at the seat configuration that there didn't seem to be a terribly large difference between the seat configuration of business and the seat configuration of economy. As it turned out, our tickets were upgraded to what would have been classed as the business class seats. As you'll see in a second, there is literally no difference in the seating. On one of the flights, they did actually have a curtain that could have been pulled across, but as you'll see, the seating configuration from business to economy is exactly the same.
This is Mohammed. He is our awesome driver in our freaking Tesla Model S. I love Finland. What other country has Teslas as their cabs? I mean, seriously. Economical, sexy as F, and just awesome. Smooth. Bit of a Tesla fanboy, you may have guessed. So, just at this place where you jump in the ocean after a sauna.
ask if I could borrow a towel, they would. They're not here at all. And they will be sending us somewhere else. However, holy crap, look at this. This is not warm. This is not warm at all. Like, that's like an Arctic Ocean over there. There is ice on that water. Try that again. Okay, so first place was closed. Now we are currently at, it's like our sea pool. I am told this is like the next best thing. Down here by the water, which you can't really see, but you'll see soon enough in the next clip. You'll see mad men and women jumping in and out of, they're like ocean pools. I will confess there's no ice on them, but we'll see what we can see.
I found out later that the water is actually just as cold here as the other place. I mean, it's only about 2 kilometers up the road or so. The only difference is they keep the water circulating, so it doesn't freeze. I had actually done 2 plunges just before this one at about 2 minutes and the next one at about 2 minutes 30. It was actually a lot harder than I thought it would be. I'd been training and working up for this. Simple things like cold showers. You'll see when you watch the Slovakia video, I'm talking about an ice bath. That ice bath was about, I think, 6 degrees. In 6 degree temperature, I found I could stay there more or less indefinitely. Your mind would find a place of calm. I probably did about 3 sessions, each about 10 to 12 minutes in the ice bath in the spa. This was a lot harder. I don't know if it was because of the temperature outside or the people coming and going where I couldn't really find that center, but I was actually talking to one of the gentlemen that's already in the water there. I was saying he should coach me through this, and you can actually hear him say, "Don't think," as I'm getting into that water.
Birthday, Felipe.
A day or 2 before I took this plunge, it was a good mate of mine's birthday, Felipe. Coincidentally, it was Felipe who I had done a stress obliterator session with at his house, where I jumped in basically an ice box at, I think it was at about 0.5 degree or 1 degree. So I wanted to wish him happy birthday. I'll leave a link to that video down below, as well as a link to their business if anyone's interested in going out and checking it out. This brings us to the end of the Finland voyage. It really was one of the most amazing things I've ever done with my life. It's been a huge thing on my bucket list for such a long time. Next stop is back to Slovakia and Nitra. So be sure to check those videos out. And oh, by the way, if you've made it this far, please go ahead and click that like button and subscribe for more videos.